We see two cosmic entities clash, the Web-Heart and the Hive-Mind, and they kickstart a multiversal war, the Spider-Verse versus the Venomverse. We follow our Peter Parker from the 616 universe get wrapped up in something crazy once again. What happens when the spiders or the symbiotes face extinction from the multiverse entirely? Let's recap issue 1 of the Spider-Verse versus Venomverse comic book run. Let's not waste any more time. Let's go! You ever think about how alike Spider-Man and Venom really are? Spider-Verse vs. Venomverse issue 1 kicks off with that exact thought. Peter Parker and Eddie Brock, both reflecting on the moments that changed their lives. For Peter, it was the bite from a radioactive spider. For Eddie, it was bonding with the alien symbiote. And even though those moments pushed them down dark, selfish paths, both came to realize they could do better. Be better. They both thought they were unique, singular, alone in their struggle. Until they realized they weren't, that they were just one thread in something way bigger. Peter is connected to the web of life and destiny, and Eddie to the multiversal symbiote Hive-Mind. But now, those worlds are colliding. We see that Spider-Man and Venom are face to face, each thinking the other side is out to destroy them. Neither is backing down. Peter says he'll save the spiders or die trying. Eddie says the exact same for the symbiotes. Let's just jump back an hour. We see Peter creeping through a warehouse. Your typical night on patrol. He spots a lone guard and webs him up. Easy stuff. But then the guy mutters, "Not again," and Peter realizes Miles must have come through earlier. The guy gives Peter the same address he gave Miles and sends him on his way. Peter swings through the city and catches up with Miles and Silk, who have just wrapped up their own skirmish. They all kinda laugh it off, wondering if they're stepping on each other's toes, and maybe they should try and coordinate better in the future. Silk jokes about Peter's outdated costume, but Peter's adamant that it's a classic. But then, without warning, a beam of cosmic light shoots out from Peter and he vanishes right in front of them. Where does he go? To the middle of nowhere, a place he doesn't recognize. Peter looks around and finds himself there along with 4 spider variants. Spider Prowler, a version of Miles merged with his Uncle Aaron, who never met the Spider-Man in his universe before his death. Zion Riley, aka Recluse, quiet but sharp. Spider-Ham, because yes, the pig is back. And Weapon VIII, a Peter Parker variant who's intense. Think military-grade Spider-Man. Meanwhile, separately, we see a team of 5 symbiotes. Anne Weying as Agent Venom, who's seen some serious loss in her world. Spider Clan Venom, ninja style and ready to strike. Viking Venom, huge and brutal. A mysterious unnamed symbiote who keeps to himself, and a version of Eddie Brock. Not the same one from the 616 universe. This one's been shaped by his own tragic past. Whilst they all begin to greet each other, it's clear that nobody really knows what's going on, where they are, or why they are even there. Suddenly, these strange glowing entities appear above them. One for the spiders, one for the symbiotes. They speak in unison. These are the Web-Heart and the Hive-Mind, cosmic manifestations of the great web of life and destiny and the multiversal Hive-Mind. Spider-Man refers to Madam Web and Aranya as protectors of the great web, whilst Eddie refers to Null, the King in Black, as the essence of the symbiotes. But those figures, the voices confirm, are nothing compared to them. Here's the deal. Both sides are growing, but they're too similar. They can't exist in harmony. Every time they try, it ends in death. Countless spiders and symbiotes wiped out. So, to avoid full-blown extinction and further unnecessary death, the entities propose a game. 3 rounds. Winner survives. Loser gets their side erased from the multiverse completely. Spiders or symbiotes, completely erased. Round 1 is simple. Each team must cross a dense jungle and touch a pillar representing the other side, and anyone who doesn't make it is sent home and is out of the competition. They've got 30 minutes and the clock starts ticking now. Chances are they will come across the other team, and if they want to fight it out, so be it. The spiders are unsure, but Weapon VIII is ready to move. Maybe too ready. He's not subtle about wanting to wipe out symbiotes. Spider-Ham tries to slow him down, but Weapon VIII brushes him off. Recluse asks what a symbiote even is anyway. and Peter explains they're alien beings, taking on hosts and making them more powerful. But they can also influence their thoughts too. Recluse compares it to the mind control the Electro Corporation from her own world works with, and wonders, maybe wiping them out wouldn't be so bad. Weapon VIII agrees, calling it war. But Peter urges caution. Symbiotes are sentient beings. They've done good and bad. He wonders if there's a way for both sides to survive these games. Either way, they need to focus on surviving this round for now. Over on the symbiote side, Anne is ready to take on the games as a means for survival. In her universe, Carnage wiped out most of the symbiotes, including her own son, Dylan. Eddie is more hesitant, but Anne rallies the group. Are our lives better now that we've bonded with symbiotes? She asks. Most say yes, although the mysterious one refuses to take part in the games and stays behind. Both teams set off into the jungle. As they move, Spider Prowler says it's nice knowing he's not alone. Spider-Ham agrees. He's seen the multiverse and can't wait to show off the weird variants, including the car version of Spider-Man. But then, Weapon VIII detects movement up ahead. They've just found the symbiotes. The two teams collide. Recluse notices that the symbiotes are already short one member. Viking Venom doesn't care. Says they're so strong, they don't even need 5. Spider-Man shouts for everyone to split up. He'll hold the symbiotes off the best he can. The group scatters and starts chasing each other through the jungle. Peter finds himself face to face with Eddie Brock. He wonders if it's the same Eddie from his universe, but Eddie confirms it's not. He knows this because he's already killed his universe's Peter Parker. The tension builds as Spider-Man quickly swoops in and lands a solid kick. However, Eddie stops the fight to explain that he wasn't trying to threaten him. This was supposed to be an admission. Killing Spider-Man was the biggest mistake of his life. Since then, he's tried to make amends. Peter's stunned, but the more they talk, the more they realize. Maybe neither of them wants this war. Maybe they can figure out a third option. They agree to get through this round without fighting one another and part ways. Elsewhere, Recluse and Spider Prowler are being hunted by Agent Venom. She's firing guns from all directions with her symbiote tendrils, yelling that they have no idea what it's like to lose everything. But Recluse lands a hard kick and Spider Prowler pounces, letting her know he does know what it means to lose everything. He webs her up and leaves her behind. Anne screams after them multiple times, declaring they don't know what they're doing. Spider-Ham and Weapon VIII are sprinting through the jungle when, suddenly, Spider-Ham takes a devastating hit and collapses. Spider-Clan Venom stands over him, aggressively slamming his weapon down on Spider-Ham in an attempt to finish the job. Weapon VIII tackles him, stating he wasted the element of surprise on the wrong spider, only to then get intercepted by Viking Venom. Viking Venom swings, but Weapon VIII is faster. He impressively counterattacks by slamming him down to the ground. Spider-Clan Venom jumps in, knocking Weapon VIII off balance, and just when he's about to land a final blow, Spider-Ham, dazed and injured, uses his webs to stop the attack, all while sporting a cartoonish head injury. "I'm not as fragile as the others," he mutters. Weapon VIII regains his footing. Viking Venom charges again, but this time, Weapon VIII pulls out his spider arms to begin stabbing Viking Venom multiple times, injecting something into him. Viking Venom just laughs. "Spider Venom? That won't stop us. We are Venom." Weapon VIII steps back, cold and emotionless. It's not spider venom, it's napalm. And with a single press of a button, Viking Venom bursts into flames. A horrifying fire engulfs him as he screams in agony. It's a moment of pure terror. Even Spider-Ham is frozen in disbelief, barely able to speak. "What did you just do?" he asks. Weapon VIII doesn't flinch. "I've pressed our advantage. The spiders are winning this war." And if you're still craving more Spider-Man content, make sure to check out my Spider-Man playlist or check out the rest of my channel for Marvel content just like this every single week. But for the meantime, peace, peace, peace.